The season started off well for the Red Hawks with a 9-3 record. Their first conference match against the University of Antelope Pioneers resulted in a 3-0 win.
One of the reasons we thought athletics was going to be a big hit at Benedictine is when you look at the landscape of the state of Arizona, there's not a lot of options for kids if they're not a Pac-12 or Division I athletes. So we felt like we give them that option. Those kids that want to stay in state, that want a small school atmosphere, but continue to play competitive athletics.
Last season we were definitely the underdog. Nobody knew who we were. They weren't really expecting anything of us. So I really think that we had a pretty good advantage there because we recruited in some really solid talent, some great student athletes, and we did really well. We went 17-7 this year, but just like Norma said, this year that put a target on our back. And so when we suffered our first loss at our first tournament in preseason, I told the girls, you've got to understand every competitor, every team we face is going to give you their championship effort, so we've got to be ready.
Well, we offer 13 teams, men's and women's volleyball, men's and women's basketball, softball, baseball, cross country, golf, and sand volleyball.
And not all students attending Ben U are local.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. When I first met Coach Schaefer and Coach Garvin, it seemed like a really neat opportunity to be able to start fresh. Nowadays, you really don't ever get that opportunity at any other university. So to see where we came from last year, we were down to 6 players at one point. We just handled adversity really well, and now we have a whole new batch of players with a couple returners, and it's a great group of kids. I've never been so excited for a season to start.
My freshman year, being on a national championship team, I was the youngest guy, so now I'm the older veteran guy, so I'm trying to put in some wisdom to these young guys to help build the program. This is a great group of guys. Everybody's hungry, wants to win, work hard. I mean, you saw this morning, everybody's here early, getting shots up, staying late, so it's a great atmosphere.
Cool to see it grow because at the beginning there wasn't very many of us, and of course it was kind of rough. Got to work out all the kinks. We're like the guinea pigs because we're the first, and so as it's growing, I can just feel the program like getting stronger, and hopefully it'll continue to grow and get stronger when we leave.
One of the big things we talk about at our university is we want to have kids that live a life lived in balance. And when you talk about balance, it's just not going to school and going to class. We want to give them opportunities outside the classroom to learn, grow, and things. And we feel athletics gives them that opportunity. And we've really seen that. I mean, our kids are learning a lot of life values and lessons by playing sports, adversity and how to handle those things, and leadership, things like that. So we really feel athletics has given our kids something that's going to be valued for them after they graduate.
To learn more about the Red Hawks or to catch a game, visit them online at benumesasports.com.
You know, Chris, it was great to see all that young talent at Ben U Mesa. The athletic program is astounding, and I just can't believe that in 4 years they've grown it to such a large enrollment.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how that program continues to grow, especially in the athletic area. I had the opportunity to meet with Charlie Gregory about the programs that are also happening at Ben U. So let's take a look at those programs. Joining us now is Charlie Gregory, the CEO of Benedictine University here in downtown Mesa. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Got it all right. Okay.
Yes, you got it right.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for allowing us to come here on site at Ben U. We're at 225? 225,
yeah.
East Main, so thank you for letting us be here. Now, let's talk a little bit about how long have you been at this site now, this location?
We've been here 3 years. This will be our first graduating class. It'll be the 4th. Yeah, this is our 4th year. So we'll have graduates coming in May. So yeah, we've been here 4 years.
All right, so let's give everybody a sense of magnitude. That first class,
yeah.
We started out with how many?
71.
71 students. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All of them local.
All local students, that's right. And local means Mesa.
Mesa, yeah, right here, yeah. Out of the 6 high schools, I think we monopolized all of our class out of those 6 high schools.
Awesome.
So.
All right, so you've seen progress.
Right.
Today, this week, this last couple of weeks, today you can tell us how many, give us both the undergrad and the graduate students. What do we have today?
Right now we have 380 undergrad, traditional age. We have another 120 graduate students. And some change. The total enrollment that we turned in this year to the main campus from out here was 507 total enrollment.
So you brought up a good point. So Benedictine is here in Mesa. Your main campus is?
It's in Lisle, Illinois.
Illinois.
It's been there about 130 years.
Okay, well, we're going to try to catch up. So tell us a little bit about this campus. What makes it, what do you think makes it unique, and what attracts students to come here to this location?
I think one thing is who we are. I think everybody knows what we do. We offer educational product, and they know how we go about doing it, which is in the classroom, traditional mode, teaching mode, but I don't think they really know why. And why we're here is primarily what goes back in history to the invite from the city, which we're grateful, and but it fits so nicely, the community of Mesa and what Benedictine is about, which is community. If you check the wall over there as you come in, our students come by deliberately and see the various sites around the country and around the world that Benedictine is located. But we came here because it was a good fit for us. Benedictines are about stability and community and giving back and ethical and moral decisions and focusing on the local, focusing on, you'll find the monks that reside in Lyle and the Abbey, they never leave. Once they're commissioned there, they don't ever leave that Abbey. Well, that's pretty much the way we are at Benedictine here. Our site here was established for the long haul. It wasn't for just to come in, but it was really established to take a part and take its place in this community and to add to the community. We want to give back something. Benedictines are not big on taking, they're more on giving.
Okay.
And so that worked well for us. Plus the educational product that we offer is geared toward, we are Catholic, yes, but we offer, it applies to all faiths and all denominations, because the values that we espouse transcends through any faith. It's really about how our students walk through here. When they walk across the stage and get their degree, they've done something a little bit more. They have been placed in situations where they know how to make decisions. Somebody asked me about how to sum up Benedictine. I said, the best way I can sum it up to you is this: we take chunks of coal and we put enough pressure on them in the right positions, in the right spots to help them make decisions, so when they graduate, they're diamonds. So the pressure is there when they get through, and hopefully we've turned something back into the community.
So, and that's important. That's a very important characteristic of Benedictine. Talk about the types of courses that are taught, the programs that a student will look for as they come here.
Big programs that we have, and that's an excellent question. The big programs, our marquee programs, are criminal justice, business. That seems to be the biggie here. Now we offer philosophy and theology and those types of courses, and the liberal arts are very big because that's what we were founded on. But we're finding a lot of interest here in the social sciences, political science, criminal justice, and business. Those seems to be the big attraction getters.
Excellent. And we know, I think that we're going to talk a lot about your sports programs, but today, how many different sports teams do you host at this time? We're just around about. I know it continues to grow. 12, okay.
Men and women's.
All right, so that's really exciting. So it's kind of a full menu of opportunities for the students here. They can still be participating in athletics, and they can still be a great fan of athletics at the same time.
They can continue their interest, so they get it, and the faculty here are very good in working with our student athletes, because as you know, we're in our third or fourth year, but we're still using a lot of the city facilities, and thank goodness, and we're grateful for that, because if it weren't, we wouldn't be having an athletic program. But the city's been very kind, and so have our partners and neighbors outside the city. So yes, you can use our facilities too. So it's worked out quite nicely. The old town and gown has really come to bear, and we're living proof of that between the city of Mesa and the university. It's been a great partnership. It's almost been, if you will, a marriage more than a partnership, because without that collaboration and that partnership and that support, Benedictine would not be here. We would not be having the success we're having now.
Well, you being here is very important for downtown Mesa, for the city of Mesa to have your presence here. It brings a new energy here, and each year as we add more students and more programs, I think that's really important. So talk about just real quickly, give us a kind of perspective of what you see the future here for this campus. Where do you see it going?
Well, I think that what we're going to see, because the growth that we've seen this year is finally, there's defining moments with colleges and universities, and it usually comes with benchmarks of enrollment. A 400 to 500 benchmark is really a big mark. We hit that mark. We hit it, we're about a year ahead of schedule, quite honestly. And since coming in, we saw coming to Mesa as not an expense, but an investment. And we thought if we can hang on here for maybe 5 or 6 years, we'll start to break even and make our investment of what we put into it. We broke even this year. We're 2 years ahead of schedule.
That's great.
Because of the enrollment and because of the growth of the institution. We look down the road even to next year. There's no reason why we should increase another 150 or 200 students next year. And I would say by 3 or 4 years out from today, There's no reason why this institution shouldn't be 750 to 1,000 if it's done right. So what that means is we're going to have to maximize this building and maximize every opportunity we have. The educational center, that's going to be big for us, because right now, as you know, because you were instrumental in helping us with this, but we were bursting out the seams here. We had no more classes, so we had to go to the educational center. That's a good problem to have, but it is a problem. And so now, in working with the city, in your office and others, if we can plan together what that next step looks like, then we won't have to be in this hurry up and wait mode that we got to have something done.
The good news is Benedictine's going to be here for a long time.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us today. It's a great partnership, and I think it's just begun.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.